How's it going, everybody? Owen here. I'm just here to give you a small glimpse at Dishonored. Just came out last week on Tuesday. It's the first video in my series called At a Glance. Best name I could think of. I may change it in the future, but for now it's going to have to do. I picked this up last week when Redbox was having a free game rental or movie rental. Decided to check it out. It was a game that actually I had I had seen coverage of, but I never actually knew what it was about, really. I heard comparisons to BioShock and Thief and Deus Ex, but I never really, I don't know, it kind of just like went one ear and out the other. I'm not exactly sure why. But here it is. I'm about an hour into the game. I wanted to skip the first couple sections where there's no powers. Like right now I have the vision power, dark vision power. It kind of shows the cone of vision of your enemies, just where they are, so you can sneak up on them and attack them. I do see the comparisons people made with BioShock. You have like left hand, right hand. Left hand right now has a power. You know, right hand has a weapon. And I'm trying to go for a sneaky approach this time around. I tried a deadly one before, but I don't know, it seems more fun. You get a little more out of it by finding situations to sneak around, where to go. You know, hide the bodies, so you know they're. Well, I could have been more ginger right there, but hide the bodies, make sure that their compatriots don't find them out there. I only have a couple of powers right now. I have the dark vision, which I'm using right now. Again, just shows your enemies where they are. I also have the blink power, which is kind of like a small, short-range teleportation power that you use. And this is one of the first like real missions of the game. You have a couple before this. This is the first one you have where you can actually kind of use your powers to their full advantage. And I'm looting everything because you know I'm a greedy dick. I'm sorry, but and threw her in the ocean because I just total bitch. There's a lot of loot. Again, very similar to BioShock. A lot of it is kind of like food. You get like small trinkets or pouches, and that is not something you collect and then have to sell back to a vendor or anything like that. It's just you automatically gets converted to cash, and that cash is what you use to buy upgrades for your powers or just general items. You have health potions and mana potions, and you also have grenades and different kinds of weapons, ammunition. So again, it's kind of like BioShock when you had incendiary ammo or armor piercing, which I don't think is in this, but it was in BioShock. And right now, what I'm trying to do is get to this character called Granny Rags. It's an optional quest. It's not a main story quest. I don't think I'm going to do anything that's going to spoil too much of the story, but you may have a couple minor spoilers based on what documents I uncover or stuff like that. I apologize, but I try to keep it to a minimum, not to spoil anything for anybody. That's the wheel right there. You can select all your weapons. Now what's in my hand right now is a heart. It's given to you early on in the game. It's kind of like your radar in a sense for what are called relics or bone shards. Both of these are used to purchase upgrades for your magic powers. I apologize. I thought coins were purchased for magic powers, but actually no. It's runes that you can use. And once you press the left trigger when you have this thing towards an object, it'll give you little side tidbits, details, stuff like that. I'm going towards one that's behind this bridge up there. I had wanted to go to the one that was behind that building, but I have no way to access it as of right now. At least I don't think I do. So I'm going to try to make my way across this bridge and just see if I can hopefully not alert anybody, but I think I saw a couple of guys dumping corpses from the bridge up there, so maybe a little more difficult than I thought, but this guy should be no trouble. You can execute these guys from behind. You don't have to just choke them out and then they go to sleep. You can kill them, but again, I'm going for like a sneakier approach, just kind of limit the violence. I'm not a pacifist by any stretch of the imagination. Believe me, I love shooting bitches, but this time I thought I'd take something out of my comfort zone and see how it worked for me, and I did enjoy it. At least so far. I mean, we'll see how good I am. Again, my inexperience will probably show in my ways that I can actually sneak around and kill people. But I believe there's a couple of guys this way. Yeah, okay, there's like a supervisor and 2 guys dumping corpses. This, I may just have to just kill everybody regularly, but let's, yeah, I can get this guy. And then, yep, there they are. Hey guys. Oh, Jesus. Block you. Ah, God. Man. Yeah, my inexperience is definitely showing in my sword combat skill. Luckily, you can just swap to this menu. The action doesn't continue. It kind of pauses for a second so you can get your health back up. There's my crossbow. There's a couple different bolts you get for the crossbow. I'm using regular bolts right now, but you also get incendiary and sleep bolts in case you don't want to kill somebody. But these guys don't care. They were a bunch of dicks anyway. No one's gonna miss them. But the story of this game, as I'm trying to get to this heart, is you're a lord in this kind of dystopian steampunk era of history. It's hard to narrow down exact span of time, but you're kind of a protector, and you get framed for a crime you didn't commit, and you're going around trying to kind of clear your name and rescue someone who's close to you who got captured. And these are bone charms. They're not relics, which is the other kind of magical currency in the game. Relics are the ones that can instantaneously upgrade your weapons. Bone charms are kind of similar to heart pieces in Zelda, where you collect a certain amount of them, and then that gets you an upgrade. So it's more advantageous for you to go after the relics, I guess, if you want to boost your powers right away. But in the long run, a lot of bone charms will definitely get you further along in the game, just to your damage stats and stuff like that. I'd say Dark Vision is probably the most useful perk I've had. Blink definitely helps when you're traversing the environment, kind of sneaking around, but without the Dark Vision, I would say this game would be really, really difficult. You'd have to be incredibly observant. Just because it's in the first-person perspective. This is me. Yeah, I'm still getting used to using Blink, but it's just in the first-person perspective, and you got to sneak. It's a lot more difficult. So the Dark Vision really helps. And oops, crap. Still getting used to it. Still getting used to it. You can teleport pretty short distances, but when you want to, let's say, get up onto a ledge, you can hold the left trigger, and then Blink comes up, and you point it toward the top of a ledge, and you see little arrows that come up, and that'll signify that you'll jump to that location. And in addition to that, you will jump up and over the ledge. Sometimes you rest on top of the ledge. Sometimes you just vault over it to the the door, the overhang, wherever you're trying to go to. Alright, so right now I'm trying to get to Granny Rags. It's an optional side mission, just a person who can help you out and give you some assistance. There's another cool mechanic here. You can peek into the keyholes, kind of similar to like Splinter Cell, where you can have an optic cable and put it up to a door. I'm just trying to find like what the proper way to go up here is. See if I have any enemies around the corner. I think I see some over there. You can upgrade all these components. Dark Vision right now, you can still see enemies, but when they come close enough so they can notice you, they turn yellow, and so does their vision, so you can tell if they're staring at you or not. But it looks like the only way to go up here is to blink my way up to the top there. And this appears to be Granny Rag's apartment. The interesting about this character is this game has a pretty big voice cast. Some talent, some Hollywood talent, and this character of Granny Rags is actually played by Susan Sarandon, believe it or not. I didn't believe it initially. Hearing her talk, I didn't immediately associate this with Susan Sarandon. I guess so. Good on her for not making it so obvious that she's the one doing it. And there's a couple more high caliber people that lend their voice work to the game. I wish I could tell you off the top of my head, but I'm trying not to look up stuff on the internet and have it like clicking in the background. You guys will notice like this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Is that you, my dear
Sorry.
husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies?
Yeah, if you can hear that, I did not know it was her initially. Maybe
Granny.
you guys out there could have a better ear for it than me, but
Here. Oh, my. I think I have done
so again, this is just an optional mission.
not the way I
It's just something that you can get. I am assuming an upgrade, maybe like one of those runes that I couldn't quite get to through the wall.
Granny Rags, let us in.
This person. I don't know if she's blind or she's just, you know, incredibly senile, but
Use the key to the
definitely
front
something
door.
very off-putting about this
You'll see
woman.
to those ruffians, won't you?
Weirds me out. And she just wants me to come out, and her gentleman callers, as she calls them, are coming to bother her in a way. So I'm gonna see what I can do, and hopefully not kill him. Again, I'm trying to go for a non-lethal route with this game, but you know sometimes accidents do happen, and hey, a corpse appears. You know, it can't be avoided sometimes. There's a couple guys. Let's see, we have 3 of them. Sleep this one guy initially and take on the 2, just to even the odds a little bit more. All right, man, bring it on. Oh shit! Oh man, that guy's breathing fire. I made a huge mistake. No, I didn't want to blink there. Damn it. Again, just getting handle on the controls here. You do get a pistol, which is kind of like Indiana Jones when, yeah, I don't want to sword fight, I just want to shoot you in the face. Very effective, but ammo is pretty limited. I mean, I have just a handful of bullets for this, and a little bit more for my crossbow, so you kind of have to focus mainly on your sword play. There's a parrying system. You time it right, you know, you get knocked back, and you can counterattack for an instant kill, which is very helpful, since especially for me, since I'm not doing so well with, you know, finding any bullets or anything like that.
Oh, my dear.
So helped her out. Hopefully get something good.
My brave man.
Hopefully Susan Sarandon's not a cheap bitch, but
Granny has a birthday.
hey, I don't know her that well, so whatever.
I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance?
I gotta say, the quality of the voice acting, even just not with the name talent they have in here, is very solid. And I'm just going out this door. I think this is where I was looking before with that heart, and I thought I saw. I think it was a. Yeah, it's right there. This is your main upgrade mechanic for your powers, like blink and the dark vision. Pick it up, and you see this guy.
Be careful, boy.
He's the guy who initially gave you your powers to begin with. It was just kind of a sequence. It comes out of the blue and gives you this, and all of a sudden you have, hey, you have powers, awesome. He kind of helps you out. He's more like an ethereal figure that's kind of in the background, almost supernatural sort of thing. I don't want to spoil anything, but you might spoil. Just this guy talking might do it. So, again, apologize if you're looking forward to this sort of thing, but
You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of
the High Overseer is your kind of the main antagonist this entire game. It's who you're trying to get to. He's holding the person you care about hostage. And every time you get one of these upgrades, at least I've got a couple so far, he appears, tells you a small tidbit of information to kind of move the story along, a little piece by piece. But here's where your main upgrade screen is. You can have a bunch of different powers. You can possess rats. You can eventually possess people. You can have like a windstorm. The ones on the bottom are more of just like, you know, passive sort of things. I have one invested already in just extra health. You can see in the top left, you can see where like my health bar should have been cut off and where it kind of extends out. That's where my one upgrade went to. But that actually wasn't the upgrade that, you know, Granny Rags was talking about. There's another one this is the one she was talking about. So I got some more.
I hope you like the little gift.
And all of a sudden, God damn it, she's right behind me.
I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children, ruffians, every last one of them, rotten apples. And that slack jaw is the
Yeah, times are hard. There's a plague going on in this city right now, similar kind of to the bubonic plague. It's spread out through rats, actually, in the sewer systems because they're dumping corpses. You know, again, this is some analogies to the bubonic plague. and it's your job to help in the end. I mean, your main mission is to find, the one who's taken captive and rescue her, but you also want to solve this problem of this plague that's just kind of tearing through the city. As of right now, it's still, again, this is about an hour 15, hour 20 into the game, so the story hasn't progressed too much. It's more of just like setup. And again, they give you a good amount of optional quests. Right now, I have 2 main quests, or well, primary kind of relevant quests, and then I have 2 optional ones. All the optional ones, I guess it would seem that they're good for having you get upgrades and kind of power up your character so you can take on the main story quests. I'm sure I could speed run through the story quests, but I always like to, similar to RPGs and grinding your character to kind of upgrade them, I would like to be better prepared, just because I don't know, my sword play isn't great and there's limited ammo, so in case of my inevitable screwing up, I want to have a little insurance that maybe I'll survive it if I run away like a little girl. So since I finished that quest, what I want to do now is one of the primary quests. It's not the story-driven quest right now. It's going to this doctor's office and to help with the plague. It's about this doctor who I believe had experimented on rats and stuff like that to find the cause of the plague. I don't want to go straight to the story-driven quest, because I don't know at this point if you can even come back here and do these optional quests if you reach a certain point and you just can't do them anymore. So I'd like to at least try these quests. If I'm physically incapable of it, I'll move on, but I'm gonna try to do my best. I believe there's a couple of guys over here. I think, yeah, a couple down there. They can't see me yet. They haven't turned yellow, but they will when they can. Try and sneak down here, and hoping to use my blink power to like move around the rooftops. Seems to be the best way. You can pick up items, like throw them, kind of distract them, sort of thing, but this seems a little more likely to succeed and not be spotted. So, let's see what I can do. You can see the arrows up there, kind of launch you up on that pipe. Get over here, them talking. Mostly it's people asking for tonics to help, with the plague, or just they're feeling sick or whatever. There's a lot of bartering between members of the hierarchy, I guess you would say, or just foot soldiers, stuff like that. So just being cautious again, going a little slow. Not trying to speed my way through this. Sorry if it's a little boring, but trying to ensure victory here. There is the building on the left. That's the one I'm trying to head into. Looks like there should be a second story entrance. I wouldn't have to like drop down and probably break my legs and startle a whole bunch of people. So try and work my way. Yeah, it looks like a balcony here I could get up on. All right. Don't think there's anything else I need to go in. Kind of gives you the whole Resident Evil item treatment, like, are you sure you want to go in here? Now, if there was a whole bunch of people to start off this area, I'd feel differently. Okay, I don't think there are. This is the offices I'm trying to get into to find a sample of the plague, or like an animal that wasn't the plague. I do appreciate all the little items hanging around that you can eat, because health potions aren't the most numerous thing in the world. You can buy them, that's only at a lot of dealers, so it's all definitely appreciated that I can just pick up, a loaf of bread or whatever, steal these guys' pistols for some bullets. Very much appreciated, since everything appears to be short supply, which I guess, during a plague, I guess it should be. So I saw 2 people outside in that hallway. So I can sneak around them, maybe. Don't look like anybody's in here. Yep. Oh, there's no booze in there. What if you get drunk in this game? That'd be awesome. Drunk, teleporting around, waving a knife. I would absolutely play that game. Absolutely. Alright, you see a bunch of rats down there. I don't have the possession mechanic yet. but hopefully I will soon. You know, this seems like a good a time as any to call this my first at a glance video. Tell me what you think of the title. Again, audio, video quality. I'm recording this at 720p with my Roxio Game Capture HD, so it should look pretty good. Hopefully, YouTube will allow me to upload this video in its entirety. I won't have to cut it or anything like that. But this is Dishonored, coming from Arcane Studios. It's being developed by Bethesda, the guys who worked on Skyrim. Seems very well made. I mean, I'm liking it so far. I'm not a huge stealth person, but this is pretty enjoyable for me, I gotta say. So if you're looking forward to it, it's already out. It's cost $60. You can buy it on Xbox, PS3, Steam, whatever you want, man. So I'm gonna leave this video choking out this lady and stealing keys from her corpse, and I'll bid you guys adieu. See ya. Bye.